What's up everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we are doing another tier list because even though it's 2 weeks in a row, 2 tier lists in a row, I decided to do a tier list video because well, we haven't done a Pokemon typing tier list this month, because last month, December, we did ice types, and then the month before that normal types, and then October we did ghost types, Halloween. So I thought maybe we could do dragon type to start off the year. I don't know why dragon type. I was gonna do fire type, but I couldn't find a template that was good enough. But yeah, I decided to pick dragon, and this template includes the Generation 9 Pokemon, as you can see here. So yeah, this is also my first time seeing the official art for these two. I forgot the name. I know Baxcalibur, Frigibax, and Octobax. There we go. And Roaring Moon as well. My first time seeing their official art. Is this Baxcalibur's official art, or is that just his 3D model? I can't tell. But yeah, we're gonna get straight back into it. You know the drill: A tier, S tier, B tier, C tier, G tier, and trash. Obviously, this is gonna be based on my opinions, of my preferences, of what I like about them, my opinions on their design, their concept, how much fun I had using them in battle, etc., not how good they are in battle. So let's get started with Mega Charizard X. Mega Charizard X. I would say I like Y more than X because of competitive, but overall design wise and just like just design wise and how cool it was in like Pokemon Origins, I gotta say A tier. I don't want to say A tier, high B tier or A tier. I'm gonna drop it in A tier for now. But yeah, you can't go wrong with like blue flamed Black Charizard. It looks so cool. But yeah, I wish I could use it more, because I have Pokemon X. I might like start a new save file and use Charmander instead of Venusaur. But really high A tier to start off the Dragon type tier list. I'm gonna try to get to do this as fast as possible as well, because we have a bunch of Dragon types. Alolan Exeggutor. A bit boring in my opinion. I don't get why. I don't fully understand why it's a dragon type. I know there's like good reason for it, but like aside from the tail and like the long neck, it's just regular Exeggutor, like very too much similar. They just stretched it out, stretched the neck out a bit. Honestly, the design is a bit boring, like lackluster. Could have done a lot more with it, but concept is pretty cool. Palm tree in the Alola regions. I'll put it like C tier for now. Maybe D tier. I'll put it in C tier for now. But yeah, actually, I'll put it in D tier. And then Kingdra. I really enjoy using Scope Lens and then Swim teams, Rain teams. It's pretty fun to use. Cool design. I've used it in a Pokemon not main series game, a Pokemon fan game before, but I've never used it in a main series game because it's difficult to trade for one to evolve. But for a solid design, much needed upgrade to Seadra. I'm gonna put it in B tier. Its shiny is really cool as well, but do I like it more than Charizard? It might put it A tier then. I'm gonna put it A tier because I really enjoyed using it. Dragonair line, Dragonite line, sorry, Dratini line. I'm recording this very late, so I'm just my brain is fried once again. I need to stop doing late recordings. Dratini, the whole Dratini line, I'm not too big of a fan of compared to other people. The first ever pseudo legendary line. Honestly, I'm gonna say B tier for both of these because like, you can't really go wrong with Dratini or Dragonair. One looks really cute, the next one looks really cool, like solid progression. I can see like Dratini clearly just evolves in Dragonair, and it overall cool looking serpent, dragon legendary, dragon pseudo legendaries. But Dragonite though, Dragonite I'm not as big of a fan as other people. I used to not really like it at all, but then Ash's Dragonite made me like change my mind about Dragonite. I started to like it a bit, but overall I think I'm put it in C. No, I'm putting B tier. Either low B tier or high C tier. Because do I like it more than Dratini? I'm not too sure. I'm gonna keep it in low B tier for now. Mega Ampharos, a really cool dragon. I don't really understand why it's a dragon type either, but really cool design. Could have actually done more with it. They just made the hair like very fluffy, like longer hair, yet, but overall solid design. I want to use one, but I never got a chance to. I like it more than Dragonair, but I don't like it as much as A tier. For Mega Sceptile, you can go up there. Vibrava. So Vibrava, I don't get why it's a Dragon type. If the line is getting a Dragon type, they should have just gave it to Flygon and not Vibrava. Vibrava should have been like Bug Ground. So as same with Trampage, they should have been Bug Ground, Bug Dragon, or Ground Dragon like they are now. But yeah, Vibrava looks pretty cool. I just, as a Dragon type, I'm not really sure. Yeah, I don't really like it as a Dragon type, but overall really solid Pokemon. Gonna put it in C tier. Flygon is a Pokemon I really like and really want to use. I know people have been begging for like a new version of it, like Mega Gigantamax. It wasn't Sword and Shield, so I don't know why they didn't get a Gigantamax. But I don't even know why it didn't get a Mega in ORAS. But hopefully in the future it will get some special treatment. But for now, it can go in high A tier. It's one of those ones that I want to use. I'm trying to hunt for one in a shiny set Pokemon Sapphire run that I am doing, that I haven't really played for like a few months. But I want to get back into that, and I'm currently shiny hunting for one in the desert. If I don't get it, then I have to use whatever I get instead. But yeah, shiny one, the shiny Flygon looks really cool, and I really want to use one for my team. Altaria and Mega Altaria. These two I like about the same amount. Mega Altaria a bit more, but they're both kind of like meh. I know they're on the weaker side of dragons, but yeah, let's put them above Vibrava, below B tier. I might drop Dratini down to B tier actually, because I kind of like Altaria more than Dratini, so I'll put it like that. Bagon, the whole story into Salamence of it wanting to fly, then going into Cocoon, and then it's being able to fly. This looks really cool. Like the whole progression is really cool. Probably one of my favorite pseudo. Probably is my favorite pseudo legendary, actually. So I'm put Bagon and Dragon. Bagon before Dragonair, but I like Shelgon more than Dragonair. But Salamence and Mega Salamence can go into the S tier. These two, like in Pixelmon, I had a shiny Salamence that was like the one I used the most out of everything. It was my starter. I had a Bagon for a starter, and then I managed to get it to become a shiny. It was on a server, so none of this was cheating, and it was just so cool to use. Just fly around with a shiny Salamence as my main Pokemon, and I really want to use one for a main series team, but you either get it really late, or I have like other Pokemon that I wanted to use for my team, so I couldn't use it. But one day in the future, I'll use it for a team eventually. Regidrago should not be here. Regidrago should be here. Moving on, Latias and Latios. Both of them I like the same amount. Same with the Megas. I like the Megas same amount as well, because I don't really know why they look so similar. At least change the coloring. But I like Latios more, Mega Latios more as well, because I picked Pokemon Omega Ruby, and I had Latios on my team, and the flying around with Latios was so much fun. Overall, I like put them in B tier. I don't like them as much as like Mega Charizard X, Kingdra, Flygon, but I'll put the Mega versions in A tier, low A tier. Rayquaza, so Rayquaza. Honestly, I'm not the biggest Rayquaza fan. You know, I really like green and I really like dragons. I'm even less of a Mega Rayquaza fan. I just find it like a bit overrated for good reason. It's overrated for a good reason because it is really strong. It is really cool, but honestly, other legendary Pokemon deserve some more love as well. Like more people talk about Rayquaza than a lot of other legendaries like Regidrago or I'm trying to think of other legendaries that are Dragon type here, but yeah, I guess like Zekrom and Reshiram as well, and the whole like Tao trio. But I guess where should I put it? I'm not really sure actually, but yeah, I guess people do like it for good reason. But I like the Lotties a lot better, and I definitely prefer the original to the Mega. I definitely prefer the Mega shiny version over like the shiny version of Rayquaza, even though they're the same. The shiny colors would fit better on Mega. Gible, the line where the shiny progression gets worse, but I'm one of those people who isn't too big of a fan of Garchomp. Garchomp is a cool Pokemon, but I like other pseudo legendaries a lot more. So Gible is actually one of my favorites first stage pseudo legendaries. I'm gonna put it up here with Shelgon because it just has so much personality, especially with like Ash's Gible as well. And it has the best shiny out of the three. Gabite, I'll put as well. I'll put above Gible. I like it more than Shelgon and Dragonair, 100%. But Garchomp, I can't say I like Garchomp more than Mega Ampharos. So yeah, it's really cool. But maybe if I use one, I could maybe bond a lot more with it and like it more. But every time I try to use one, it was for Nuzlocke, like a Diamond, Pearl, Platinum Nuzlocke, and my Gabite will always die before it becomes a Garchomp. So yeah, I never really get a chance to use it. It's Mega though, it really sucks. The design sucks. I don't like it. Its stats get worse. It gets slower. He can go. I'll put him in C tier. Not above Mega Altaria. Not above Altaria either. Not above Dragon Dratini either. Okay, the Creation Trio. So I'm gonna list it like this. Out of all these, Giratina is my favorite. I played the Platinum was the first Sinnoh game I played out of the three. So I'm gonna put, which one do I like more, Dialga or Palkia? I like them both like relatively the same amount, but maybe I like Dialga a bit more. I think. Yeah, I'll put Dialga. I'll put Dialga here, like below it, above Rayquaza. Put this here. I'll put Palkia beside Dialga. And Giratina can go to A tier. I wouldn't say I like it as much as Flygon. Would I say that? It's like around the same as Flygon, so I'm gonna put it below Flygon for now. But Giratina Origins form though can go up in S tier. Do I want to go in S tier? Actually, I'll put it high A tier. The high as possible A tier. It just looks so cool. The original Origin legendary Pokemon of the Creation Trio. And you can't go wrong with this design. It's shiny, is perfect. It's so good in battle as well. Like, I spent so long shiny hunting Giratina in Pokemon Ultra Moon, but it was really worth it. Just threw my Master Ball at it after I threw a quick ball, of course. And I got to use in my first Pokemon Platinum playthrough, I got to use Giratina Origins form. But the same thing can't be said about these two, because like Giratina Origins form looks really cool and I got to bond with it a bit. These two just look horrendous, especially Palkia. Looks, where's its arms? Like it just looks like, why is it a centaur like armless? Dialga is a bit better, but still no, I don't like it. I know Dialga might grow a bit on me because it looks not bad. It at least look a bit decent and looks like natural. That's the word I was trying to look for. Natural compared to Palkia. Palkia looks like just a weird looking centaur that doesn't have the right proportions or like the right limbs. I don't know. Arceus Dragon. I don't know why this is here, but if it's going by how much I like Arceus, I'll put it like A tier. Probably bottom A tier because I don't know why it's even in this list. Axew line, I'm not too big of a fan of. Used to thought it was a pseudo legendary, but I realized it's Hydreigon. I thought that when I was like 6, but then I eventually found out it was Hydreigon. I thought there were 2 pseudo legendaries for Unova. I thought there was multiple actually. Like, I thought Pokerona was pseudo legendary at one point. But in Axew, you can go behind Bagon because I like them pretty much like the same amount. Fracture, I'd also say, I'd say above Gabite, and then Haxorus. I'm not too big of a fan of Haxorus, but it's slowly growing on me. I'll probably place it above Rayquaza, but below Big Ampharos. I never got to use one, but I am shiny hunting for one because its shiny is sick. Druddigon. A lot of people see Druddigon is really ugly. I don't see it. It's not. The design's not that bad. The color scheme is not that bad to me. It's just I wish it was more usable. I'm pretty sure the stats aren't the best, but I'm gonna say I'll put it like around. I like it more than Garchomp. And then I might move Yukon here. I'm gonna move some of these down to C tier. Just to balance it out a little. Can't have too many things in B tier. Like I can't say I like Latios and Latios. That's like very close, similarly to like Axew, for example. Now Dino line. The one thing I dislike about this line is that it takes forever to evolve. From Dino to Zweilous, it takes like so much levels, like 50. It was at 56 if I remember correctly, and then like 10 more levels for Hydreigon. But I used it in my Pokemon Scarlet playthrough. It's the only non-Gen 9 Pokemon in my Pokemon Scarlet playthrough. I got my friend to change its Terrestrial type to Electric, so I could use a Hydreigon with no weaknesses. And yeah, it was pretty fun to use when it became a Hydreigon. Before that, it was just really lacking. It was lacking in the team. I like the concept of like 1 head, 2 head, 3 head, and turning into a Hydra. This overall like such a cool Pokemon. I really wanted to use for so long, and I finally got to use one that is really strong. And I also used it a lot in competitive. So probably I'll place it. I like it more than Gibble and Gabite and Fracture and Druddigon. I'll place it here. Zweilous, I kinda like Dino more than Zweilous, but Hydreigon can go up in the S tier. I'm not gonna do these two because they're just the same thing. So I'm gonna just put you guys down here at the bottom. I'm also might as well just bring Arceus down there at the bottom as well, because I'm not gonna use it for this tier list. No, I'm also bring these. I should have like organized this tier list beforehand. Okay, Zekrom, Reshiram, and Kyurem. So the Tau trio. Personally, Zekrom is my favorite out of the 3. I played Pokemon White and then Pokemon Black 2. I picked it over Black and White 2. Not Black. Pokemon Black 1 and White 2. So I'm gonna put Zekrom probably up here with. I'll put it. I like it the same amount as a Giratina, but maybe a bit. I think slightly a bit more. Its shiny was a lot easier to find, even though it's very noticeable. Reshiram, I would say, is better than Hex. It's better than. I say it's better than Dialga as well. And Kyurem, I like the least out of the 3 because it feels incomplete, which is what I like it. It's kind of contradictory. I like that it feels incomplete because at the same time I don't, but the fact that it's incomplete shows like it's like relationship between these two and how it confused with them. But I like Kyurem more than Zweilous. Not just Zweilous, sorry, more than Dino and Zweilous. Now Kyurem's, Kyurem W and Kyurem B. Definitely like Kyurem B more. But I don't like it as much as Zekrom. I'd probably put it like high B tier. And I like Kyurem W as much as I like Reshiram. Now Dragalge. Dragalge is a really cool Pokemon that I really want to use. But can I use it? No, I have Pokemon X. Which one did Pokemon X get? Which Pokemon X get Cloudwitzer? But yeah, I can because I can't play like 3DS games on my computer because I don't have like a controller to connect to it. But Dragalge, I'd say, is like I like it more than the Dialga Pumpkin. I like it more than Reshiram. It's a really solid Pokemon, really cool concept. Yeah, the only thing that I don't really that could be better is like not its problem. I just want to use one in battle. I also want to use Cloudwitzer. But those two is like really cool Pokemon that I just never got a chance to use. Really cool typing as well. Dragon Poison. I don't think there is any other Dragon Poison type before it. I know after there's Neganado and anything else. I know Neganado and that's about it. Tyrant line. So I like dinosaurs, but in my original Pokemon X I picked Amora and Aurorus over Tyrantrum. I don't know why. I just want to be different because I know everyone picked Tyrantrum, I think. But its shiny is also really cool. I got one in a Pokemon fan game. It's really fun to use. I'm gonna put Tyrant above Zweilous, and Tyrantrum I'm gonna put around. I'll put it around high B tier. Yeah, I'll put it above QMP. And this mosquitoes won't leave me alone. Okay, so now the Goomy line. Goomy, Sliggoo, Goodra, Hisuian Sliggoo, and Hisuian Goodra. These 5, Goomy I like more than Sliggoo and Hisuian Sliggoo, but not by much. I'm gonna put Goomy in the B tier because I like it as much as a Gible. But Sliggoo, I will put them here. I like Hisuian Sliggoo a bit more than regular Sliggoo though, even though this one just has a shell. But Goodra is really fun to use. I'm talking about Hisuian Goodra. Hisuian Goodra is really fun to use because I used it on my Pokemon Legends team. I never got to use regular Goodra, but pure Dragon type. I don't like using pure type Pokemon too often, especially if it's like pseudo legendary. So when it got the Steel type, it was really fun to use, and it just not really motivating me to use one a regular Goodra in a playthrough team. But Ash's Goodra made me like Goodra a lot because the XYZ and XY anime is like one of the few good Pokemon anime seasons. I'm gonna put Goodra around. I like Dragalge a bit more, and I like Reshiram more as well. So I'll put it between Reshiram and Dialga. Hisuian Goodra, one of the powerhouses on my Legends Arceus team. I will put it in. I'll put it in low A tier. No, actually, I'll put it below Tyrantrum. Yeah, this works below Tyrantrum. Noibat and Noivern, another Pokemon that I grew to like because of Ash's Noibat and Noivern, and eventually I got to use Noivern for a bit. Yeah, I forgot on what playthrough, but I want to use Noivern again, another playthrough. So I put Noibat. I really like Noibat, like around. I put it above Kyurem. I like it more than Kyurem. I like it more than Rayquaza actually. Put it around. Do I like it more than Haxorus? I don't think so. So I'll put it below Haxorus, but Noivern you can go straight into the A tier. I will put you. I like it more than Flygon. I like it more than Giratina as well. Giratina Origins. It's like borderline S tier actually. If it got like a Mega or a Gigantamax Pokemon where it's like I forgot what he's called, like speaker ears, just like become gigantic, like that would have made it like S tier for me. But on its own, Noivern is a really cool Pokemon. I'm not gonna rank these two, but these I'm gonna rank. Unpopular opinion, but this one's the best. 50% is the best. 10% is the second best. And 100% is the worst out of the three. Zygarde, I had a shiny one in Pixelmon. It was really fun to use as well. I had a lot of Dragon types because I was like the Dragon type gym leader, and I can't really say much about these two, or apart from like their design. This is like the only thing I can comment on. But Zygarde 50% form was really fun to use, and I am planning to shiny hunt it in Pokemon Shield, Owls of Crown Tundra, but I never really got the chance to because Legends came out. Not Legends. Yes, Legends. Legends came out, and the other one came out, Scarlet and Violet. So I'll put Zygarde. I like Zygarde more than Zekrom. I put it above Zekrom. I probably might bring down. I might bring down here because I like Zekrom more than Giratina Origins. Yeah, I like Kingdra more than Giratina. I'm just like trying to think. Yeah, this seems right for now. I'll fix it later if I do change my mind. But 10% form, I'd say it's like below Tyrantrum, below Gudra as well. But I like it. Definitely like it more than Latias, and Kieran B. 100% form, it can go in. I'd say it can go in C tier, like high C tier. Turtonator, all the way until the S tier. Ever since this Pokemon was revealed in like its first ever trailer, that it got introduced in in regular Sun and Moon, I thought it was like one of the coolest things ever. Turtonator is probably my favorite Pokemon name of all time. Turtonator just sounds so badass, and I got to use one in my Ultra Moon. My brother traded one to me from Ultra Sun, so it was so much fun to use. It was a lot higher level than everything else on my team because it was traded, and Fire Dragon type is like a Pokemon type that I rarely get to use. Is there any other Fire Dragon types apart from Mega Charizard X and Reshiram? I don't think there is. Yeah, it was so much fun to use though. And it just rolls all the way into like my top 5 favorite Pokemon of all time. Drampa, the counterpart of Turtonator. I traded my Drampa to my brother because he wanted to use one. But design wise, it's not the best. Concept wise, it's actually pretty interesting. I like it more than Haxorus, but not as much as Mega Ampharos. But probably like similar amount actually. Actually, Mega Ampharos I'll move it up here. I like it more than the Creation Trio. Well, 2 members of the Creation Trio. Jangmo-O line, not the best pseudo legendary line, that's for sure. Cool names, cool designs, horrible typing. 4 times weak to Fairy, but it could be a lot worse, but could be a lot better. Put Jangmo-O. I like it more than these two. Big on the Axew. Hackmo-O, like around the same. I'll put it here for Hackmo-O. Como-O, I'll put it around the same as Garchomp. Yeah, I like it similar to Garchomp. Silvally, I'm not gonna rank because that's just another form. Ultra Necrozma is what I will rank. Ultra Necrozma looks really cool. That's all you can really say. It has really cool stats. It looks really cool. Cool concept. I one-shotted it with my Primarina, but that's like just as design. Or I can already just put it above Rayquaza. I can't say it's better than Noibat because it has like no personality, but I like it a lot more than Rayquaza. Not a lot more, just a bit more than Rayquaza. Guzzlord, one of my favorite Ultra Beasts. Really cool design, cool concept of like a black hole, and it like shows up in an apocalyptic world. Yeah, really cool Pokemon. I would put it above Kyurem B, above Zygarde as well. Zygarde 10 as well. Naganadel, the Nido Dragon. When I first saw it shiny, I thought it was like Mega Beedrill V2 or something. But yeah, honestly, if I like used it, maybe I would like it a lot more. But for now, I haven't really used like the Popo line as much. I think it's bound with it much. They both have like really cool design and concepts, but that's all we can say about it. I like it less than Guzzlord, but I would say more than Cure B, but less than Zygarde. Like around the same as Zygarde, 10%. Applin line, the Applin line. Both of these Gigantamax forms are the same, so I'll just rank one of them. The Applin line, I would say I like Flapple the best out of all of them, and Appletun not far behind. Applin is a bit meh. It could be a lot better, but I like the idea, like the whole concept of it being not a worm in an apple, but a worm in an apple. Worm and worm is different. One is spelled with a Y, which is like a dragon, while the O is just a worm, a regular older form. I'll probably put it above Dragonite. And Flapple, I'd say maybe one high C tiers, same with Appletun. The Gigantamax form looks really goofy, but overall I really like it. So put it above Reshiram actually. I think more than Reshiram. Dracozolt and Dracovish. So Dracozolt is the fossil one, the one I used for my original shield run, and I really like it a lot. It was really fun to use. Electric Dragon typing is unique. I'm pretty sure only Zekrom has it. Yeah, I can't think of any. I can't see anything else that has it. So I'm gonna put it. I like it. A bit more than Noivern, but probably not as much as Hydreigon. Dracovish is really fun to use in a series, another playthrough that I'm doing that like without catching Pokemon in Pokemon Shield, but I don't like it as much as other people because I'm a doubles player, not a singles player. But even though it was still good in doubles at one point, it can't be used anymore. So I will put it in. I like Dragalge more in it. But I like Gudra more in it as well. Just put it below Gudra. Duraludon, not Druddigon. Duraludon and Gigantamax Duraludon. I really like. I wanted to use one for my team in my original Shield playthrough, but it took way too long to get one because you get it at the end of the game. But overall, really solid design. I like the whole Mecha Godzilla vibe about it, and I'm gonna put. I like its regular form more than its Gigantamax. I'm gonna put it, let's say, above Dracovish, but less than Gudra. Yeah, and this makes sense. Yeah, like this order. Dreepy, Dracloak, and Draco's Dragapult. Sorry. So Dragapult, I don't really like that much. I like the whole different Kalos, and then Fighter Jet, and then Ghost Feel, and concept. But as a Pokemon, I'm not too big of a fan of Dragapult. I use it a lot in competitive, mostly as a Surf, partnering up with a Fire type weakness policy Pokemon, mostly Armarouge, or like a U-turn onto Armarouge, depending on what Terra type my Armarouge is. But yeah, I really want to use one in like a Shield playthrough one day, so I can like actually have properly use it and train it and maybe bond with it. But for now, I can't put it above. I can't put it above Rayquaza. I'll put it above Kyurem, but I can't put it above Rayquaza. Different Kalos is also one of my favorite extinct creatures. So yeah, when I eventually use one, it might increase in ranking. For now, put Dragapult below Rayquaza. I'll put Dracloak before Zweilous. Dreepy, I can go all the way down here. I like Dreepy more than Dragma, although it's one of the cooler first stage evolutions for pseudo legendaries. Eternatus. So Eternatus and Eternamax Eternatus, they're both pretty cool. I like the whole like alien feel. Like it just doesn't look like a normal Pokemon, which I really like about it. It's not supposed to look like a normal Pokemon, which is why Ultra Beasts look so weird and why I like them, because they look really crazy. I probably think I would say below Dragalge, but above Appleton, Gigantamax. Eternatus, I like a bit less, because you don't actually get to use it, but both of them are still really cool. If it's usable though, it'll be really broken. Now Regidrago is the one I actually picked in my Crown Tundra over Regieleki. It looks really cool, the whole like dragon head feel to it, and like it just looks so cool with the dragon head and one arm, and when it closes its mouth, it's just like just full of dragon head, dragon skull. But I wish I could have used it more. That's like one of the main problems with a bunch of these Pokemon, Dragon Type Pokemon, because you can barely use them for a lot of things. It's like around the same as Guzzlord, but I don't know, less or more. I'm gonna say I like it more than Guzzlord, because I like his color scheme more. That like dark red-ish purple pink, like dark red or pink, and the black accent on the skull. It just looks really cool. Cyclists are once again not one of my favorites. I'm putting it in like C tier, probably put it below Appleton but above Zygarde 100%. When it first revealed, it was an interesting concept, but I don't like how it's super connected to the Miraidon and Koraidon. Tatsugiri, these three forms, which one do I like the most out of the three? Definitely the yellow one looks the best in my opinion, and then the orange one and the pink one, but that's just my preference of which one I like the most out of the three. But all in all, I like them all really the same amount, and yeah, I can't really. I like them like as with the concept. Their design is okay, but like the way they keep to puff out whatever is like below them and it act like sushi to like camouflage or like to hide, it was really funny and really goofy to me. And it's partnering with Dondozo is really cool. I never actually used a Dondozo team in competitive VGC for this for Gen 9 yet actually, which is really like, I don't know why I should use one, because like one of the most popular sets. But one of my main goals for every team is just always have ways to counter Tatsugiri without and Dondozo without Murkrow. So yeah, overall, without Dondozo, it would have been like kind of lackluster because its stats are kind of bad. But is it bad? I know its stats are meh, but I don't know if it's like fully bad. But yeah, what do you guys think? I still have yet to grow, like have a better opinion on it. Like, it's still yet to grow on me because it's still relatively new, but eventually it might increase in rank or maybe decrease depending on my experience with it. This ugly looking thing can go in the trash. I don't think any other Pokemon, any Dragon type I really hate up until Generation 9. Generation 9 brought out this thing, which is one of the ugliest looking Pokemon I've ever seen, and straight to the trash tier. But if this never existed, no Dragon type Pokemon would have been in trash tier to me. Frigibax just sucks, man. Arctobax is really cool. I like it, like Cryolophosaurus, Spinosaurus feel. I'm put it like it's out of the all Super Legendary middle stage. It's definitely my favorite Super Legendary middle stage. I gotta put it. I like it more than Zygarde 10% form, but I like it around the same as Regidrago and Guzzlord. And if a middle stage pseudo legendary is around the same level as Guzzlord and Regidrago, it's doing something good. I barely got to use it though because my Frigibax evolved really quickly, and then Arctobax evolved even quicker because I had it traded to me. But yeah, it allowed me to get Baxcalibur really quickly, and Baxcalibur is definitely one of my new favorite Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet. I'm gonna put it in S tier for now. it's either S tier or like the top of A tier, but I'm gonna put it in bottom S tier for now. Yeah, really cool Pokemon. I already talked about this Pokemon a lot in previous videos, like the Generation 9 tier list video and the Ice type tier list video. So if you want to hear more about my opinions on it, you can go check it out there. But we're on to the final 3. Roaring Moon. Roaring Moon is definitely my favorite Paradox Pokemon. I really like Salamence a lot, so it just made Salamence look a lot cooler, a lot more feral. It just looks so badass, and I really wanted to use one. A shame you can only get it like at the game's climax, so it's very like you don't really get a chance to use it properly in the main series team. But I like what they did with like Salamence and make it like look like Mega Salamence, like the Crescent Moon style. It's overall phenomenal Pokemon. And then these two as well is phenomenal. Koraidon I like more than I definitely like more than Miraidon, because Koraidon is I picked Scarlet over Violet. It also has more personality than just like a robot. The design looks a lot better, and the only thing that I dislike about it is that it doesn't get like, it's not fire type, so it doesn't get like sun boost from the harsh sunlight like Miraidon does with the electric terrain. But yeah, overall, like one of the best legendary, probably is my favorite Dragon type legendary. One of my favorite legendaries of all time now, and they did such a great job with it. The way they turned badass looking Dragon type legendaries from the first trailer, that when they were first revealed in that cinematic trailer, and then making them very lackluster and kind of awful awful presentation in when they just look like rideable. They are rideable Pokemon, when they looked like a lot weaker than they actually were when they were shown to be rideable Pokemon. But then in the games they brought it back up to being one of the best legendaries, and the fact that you can bond with it from the beginning, it just gives a bigger connection. Like, it allows me to connect more with the legendaries. The way they handled these legendaries was so good. Game Freak did an amazing job on them in the story. I put a Miraidon here in the top of B tier. I've yet to use it. I've used it like for max raids, not max raid, terror raids, but I've yet to use it on a main series team because I played Scarlet and not Violet. But if it was the other way around, like I played Violet, not Scarlet, it would probably just like swap around. But yeah, and there we have it. I'm not gonna rank these, but here's every Dragon type Pokemon ranked. If Gen 9 never came out or Frigibax never existed, it would just be like this. But because it had to exist, there had to be a trash tier. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe, and do all that stuff, because it really helps out. Not only helps out my videos and my channel, but also motivates me to work on more videos. And also tell me in the comment section which Dragon type Pokemon is your favorite. Do you agree with my list? Do you disagree? Which one's your least favorite? And yeah, that's really all I gotta say. Hopefully this year will be a good year for me. Starting off January, Dragon types next month. I'm not really too sure what to do for February. Tell me in the comments as well. What do you guys want? Which Pokemon type do you want me to do for February? But until then, I'll see you all next time.